Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear, highest necks on the cloud. Am I in the air? Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better, Voltron transform to DX Don Mega. And off-scene, you probably think I'm nice, cause I flow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke full of steam on any given night. How short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about, I tune in and tune the rest out, Don. You gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air.
Broadcasting live from the Red Dragons radio studios here in lovely Tucson, Arizona. It's Don Mega, and this is Am I on the Air? Yay! What's up, everybody? Welcome to Am I on the Air. You know what it is. This is your one-stop shop for all the latest and greatest when it comes to entertainment news, movies, reviews, television. It's all here on Am I on the Air. I'm your host, Don Mega, and I welcome you to the show. It's season 20. It's episode 13, and tonight's show is titled Quick Bites. All right? So welcome all you cool cats and kittens, and I hope that you guys are all doing very, very well. You know, we continue our quarantine journey here across the world, dealing with the coronavirus, and just trying to make our way through one day at a time. But I'm doing good, ladies and gentlemen. My family's doing good, and that's all I can ask for, and I hope that you all are doing the same. This is Am I on the Air? This is where you come once a week to listen for a good half hour, to just get your mind off everything, right? It's what we try to do, but you know, a lot of the news has to deal with this damn shit that we're dealing with. More movies are being delayed. More venting will come from me, as they've been over the past couple weeks. But there is some good stuff to talk about, and that's what we're going to try to get into. Okay? Okay. So you already know what it is. The movie theaters are closed. I always love to bring you new movie reviews to talk about. And there's not much to do that with due to our situation. So I'm doing my best to try to bring you at least some sort of a new movie review each week, along with anything new that I may be getting into on television or any of the streaming apps. So I will kick off with the movie review of the week that I do have. The movie is Downhill. So Downhill came out just a couple months ago. It's one of these early release movies that you can buy right now. This wasn't set to hit home video for probably another month or two, but they released it early due to everything that's going on. You know, the studios have been very, very cool releasing movies early on digital. And Downhill is one of those, so I was able to get my hands on it and watch it. It is one I did want to see in the theater and just didn't have a chance to when it came out. This stars Will Ferrell and Julia Louis-Dreyfus. They play a married couple in it. And the summary of the film is they escape an avalanche during a family ski vacation, and then the married couple's thrown into disarray as they are forced to reevaluate their lives and how they feel about each other. So this is one of those kind of dark comedies where the movie has a lot of funny parts to it, but it's dealing with some serious stuff. It's dealing with a marriage that, you know, maybe we thought things were good, but maybe they're not as good as we thought they were. It is loosely based on a true story. I remember seeing a video of this, which basically is a man and his family. They're on vacation, and an avalanche comes down the hill, And instead of protecting his family or trying to get them out of there, he just gets up and runs away. And his family is basically left there to die. Now, luckily, they were safe, and the hotel claims that it was a controlled avalanche and that there was nothing to worry about, but it really rattled the family. And then they're dealing with the fact that, hey, my husband and my kid's father just got up and ran away and worried about himself. So I really like this movie. I really, really did. I like the acting from it. I love Will Ferrell, and he can pretty much do no wrong in my eyes, except for Holmes and Watson. And, Julia Louis-Dreyfus is always hilarious, and I really dug the movie. I dug what it was trying to do, and it was a really nice one-time watch for the weekend. Would I buy this movie? No. Would I probably sit down and watch it again? Most likely not. And that's not a dig at it. It's just not really one of those kind of movies you'd be like, ooh, let me throw on Downhill and watch that. But it is one of those movies that's just very good for a one-time watch, and that's just what some movies are good at. So I would give Downhill 3 out of 5 stars. Okay, so that is our quick movie review, quick bite-sized movie review. Hey, bite-sized, quick bites. That's the name of tonight's show. And that leads me into why I titled tonight's show Quick Bites. So we are broadcasting live here from the Red Dragons Radio Studios on this Monday, April the 6th. And today is also the launch of another streaming service. That's right. If you've been listening to me for the last year or so, you have heard me talk about so many shows and so many ideas that are coming to this new streaming app called Quibi, right? I've been talking about it for a very, very long time and didn't really get the concept, and was just like, okay, this is going to be an interesting kind of streaming service. Let's see how it goes. And today, Quibi officially launched. So, number one, you can sign up right now for Quibi and you can get 90 days for free. I don't see why you wouldn't. You don't have to pay anything up front. You do have to sign up with a credit card, because if you extend past that, it will renew you automatically. But you know what? If you don't want to, you can cancel at any time. So I don't see why you wouldn't. 90 days is a hell of a good time to sign up and try something. So I think I'll stick around past the 90 days. That's just my initial opinion on it. There is 2 packages that you can do. You can do a $5 package that has ads. Supposedly an ad will play before and after the show. And then there's a $7.99 package that has no ads. So the premise of Quibi is Quick Bites. And that is why tonight's show is titled Quick Bites. Quibi is short for Quick Bites. So it is supposed to be... Let's see here. So basically, the reason this was put together and the style that it is the people behind Quibi felt the newer generation is very, let's just say it, pretty ADD, right? It's hard to sit down. It's hard to watch an hour show, a 2-hour movie. Just, the newer generation's very, very quick. I'm on the go. I need to do stuff. And we like to maintain and get our media usually in quick bites, is basically what it is, right? We go on YouTube, we look for a real quick video to find out about something, and we're out. And that's where Quick Bites comes in. That's where Quibi comes in. It's looking for people to watch these shows and mini movies on their devices. The app is specified for your smartphone. I did watch several of these shows on my iPad last night, and it played just fine, even though the website says that they're not really ready for tablet support. It played just fine on my iPad, and I have a 12.9-inch iPad, so it was a pretty blown-up screen, and it looked great. So I didn't have any problem, but they say it is specified for your handheld mobile phone. You can watch the show vertical, or you can turn it sideways and watch it in landscape. And you can watch every show in both modes. It actually is trimmed to be watched in vertical mode, which is pretty interesting. It's Quick Bites because everything that you're watching, every episode is under 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes or less is their whole gimmick and whole theme. So last night, I got the app early because I pre-ordered the app, so I was able to get my hands on it last night. And I started digging around into it. look of it is very nice. It's very easy to navigate. It has kind of a rotary wheel that you can kind of filter through the shows, and then tells you a brief synopsis on the show, and you can choose to follow it, set notifications when new episodes drop, and so forth. Typically speaking, most shows are supposed to have daily episodes that drop every weekday, Monday through Friday. A new episode is supposed to drop. Now, where this is going to get frustrating is the fact that it is really just 10 minutes or less. I found myself getting into some of these shows, and then the episode's over, and you're like, oh my god, that was it? Because it's only, some of these were 7 minutes, 8 minutes. So it's very hard to get adjusted to the fact that each episode kind of just stops, and you have to wait for the next one to drop. Now, the good thing, the nice thing with Quibi's launch is that a lot of the shows launched with 3 episodes right out the gate, which was nice because now I had a half hour to watch, right? Or close to. So I have 3 shows that I jumped right into, actually 4 that I jumped right into that I'm going to review real quick on Quibi. So the first one I did was something that my wife wanted to watch. We saw the trailer for it, and we were like, man, when Quibi comes, we got to check this out. And it's Murder Flip House. This is a reality show that is a normal kind of flipping show, except the fact that they're doing work on houses that have had murders happen in them. So you never know where a body can be found, or, replacing a floor that has blood stain on it, or whatever the case may be. It's a very interesting concept, and we checked it out. We watched the first 3 episodes, and it was cool. I mean, it's a typical kind of renovation kind of show. But, I'd be curious to see some of the other properties that pop up on this thing. The second show we watched is my favorite, and it's called Flipped. So kind of funny, keeping with the theme of, Murder Flip House, this show is called Flipped, and this is actually it's a comedy show starring Will Forte and Caitlin Olsen. So I love both of these guys. Will Forte is hilarious in everything he does, and Caitlin Olsen is just so good. Her comedic timing is top-notch. They play a married couple that she is, or tries to be, a house flipper, and he's a school teacher. They both end up losing their jobs, and they're watching a flip show on like a HGTV kind of network, and they say, are you ready to be the next flip couple? Submit your audition tape, and you might get your own show on the network. So, of course, they strike up the idea, we should do this, right? We should do this because we're good at this. And so they end up buying a property for this little house way out in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the desert, and they start renovating it, and they're trying to create their audition tape. And you can see all this stuff in the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything, but, as they start the renovation, they find a bunch of money in the wall. So they are like, we got to do the right thing here, and then of course they just start spending a shitload of the money. And we all know where this is going, right? That's obviously not their money, and I have a feeling the people that whose money that it is are going to come looking for it. So 3 episodes available, watched all 3, absolutely loved this show right out the gate. This is going to be my favorite thing on Quibi so far, so definitely check out Flipped. The next show I checked out was A Most Dangerous Game. This is starring Liam Hemsworth, and this is one of those kind of survival movies, right? Liam Hemsworth he's got a tumor on his brain, and he's dying, and he's only got weeks to live. And he's afraid that, his wife, who's pregnant, that they're not going to have any money, and they're not going to be able to survive after he's gone. So somebody tells him to call Christoph Waltz, right? And Christoph Waltz goes to him and basically tells him, look, I can help you. If you play in our little hunting game, if you survive 24 hours, we will give you $24 million. Basically, each hour you survive, more money is deposited into your bank account. But you are being hunted and people are trying to kill you. So there's the balance there. So I watched the first 3 episodes. It's really, really good too. I can't wait to really get into this when the hunt is on, because the first 3 episodes are really just setting up the story. But man, I'm looking forward to seeing where this one goes. I really, really loved it. So definitely check out A Most Dangerous Game. And lastly, this one just for fun and for nostalgia purposes, Quibi has brought back Punk'd. That's right. This time it's hosted by Chance the Rapper. They actually had like 6 or 7 episodes up of this, and it's actually really nice to watch Punk'd in about a 7-minute version, because there's no, you know, if you remember the old school show, I mean, it was about 15 minutes, right? It was a half-hour show, and they would do 15 minutes on one person, 15 minutes on a different person. With it on Quibi, it's like 6 or 7 minutes, and they just go right in. Boom, here's what we're doing, here's the joke, and let's go. And they go right into it, all the way up to the, you know, I just got punked. So I binged all 6 or 7 of these episodes, and really, really dug it. Even though half the people they punked, I was like, who the hell is this person? I'm very detached, I guess, to what the kids are watching these days. But I still had fun with it. Watching anybody get pranked is hilarious to me. So the new Punk'd I thought was really good too. So, and there's a ton of other shows on Quibi that you can watch right now. Chrissy Teigen has her own court show. There's game shows. There's news. And a bunch more are dropping next week and the week after. All throughout April, more and more shows are launching. I think by the end of the month, they're going to have like 150 shows launched on this thing. So it's crazy, man. But you know what? There's been some good content. So I would highly recommend just for Flipped and A Most Dangerous Game. I just think those two were great. And Punk'd was just really funny. So yeah, that's Quibi for you, man. You know, sign up. Like I said, 90 days free. Why not? I will say my biggest beef, because I told you they set this thing up to be done on your mobile device, and I'm really bummed about it, because my biggest negative takeaway for Quibi is that there is no way to watch this on your television. There's no Chromecast option. There's no, you know, beam it to your television option. There's no app option that you can download on like your smart TV or your Fire Stick or your Roku. Quibi is literally just on a mobile device right now, and that sucks, because a lot of these shows I want to watch with my wife, and it was very awkward last night kind of setting my iPad up and just kind of watching everything on my iPad. Yeah, it was hard. So I hope, I did see an article where the president of Quibi said, you know, well, down the road, if people really want a way to watch this on their televisions, we'll look into it. I'm telling you right now, people want to watch this on their televisions, especially right now. We're all quarantined. We're stuck at home. I don't want to watch this shit on my phone every day, you know? So I really hope that they put out at least a Chromecast option that we can beam it to our television when we watch it, because I just don't see the point of watching it on my device every single day. But for now, if I got to do it that way, I guess I'll do it that way. But so far, so good, man. I really dug it. So I just wanted to kind of shout out that. That's my big review of the day, is Quibi. Quick bites. So there you go on that. All right, guys, let's switch gears. Actually, before we switch gears, I do want to shout out my boy Lynx. He's got a show on Red Dragons Radio called Way Off Topic. I did record a new episode with him last weekend, and I believe he's going to have that up later this week. So look for that. I'll send out some links, and you can hear me on Way Off Topic Radio with Lynx. So that'll be pretty cool. And then later this week, I am supposed to join a show about shows. That's right. It's a YouTube show that actually has my brother on it. So my brother and a couple other guys get together every week, and they talk about movies and stuff just like we do. And you know what? They're all going into quarantine mode. So since the show's being recorded through video means, I've been invited to join the party. So I will be on a show about shows later this week as well. I believe that airs on Wednesday. So once again, keep an eye out for some links on that, and you can see me and hear me in video form talking on a show about shows. And I hope the plan is here soon to get together with the boys from Am I Still on the Air, get Peeps and Friggins and maybe even Geeky Pat, and do a little video conversation of our own, just talking about whatever and putting up some really cool stuff up on the Am I on the Air YouTube page. So we're going to be dabbling in some video stuff as well. The more and more we get into this quarantine, I'm like, we got to get some more content out there, guys. So keep that in mind as well. So, all right, with those out the way, let's switch gears. Let's get to the news, because I really don't think there's all that much of it, to be honest. So, Edgar Wright is set to direct a new sci-fi comedy called Set My Heart to 5. So there you go. Everybody loves Edgar Wright, so a lot of people can't wait for this next project. CBS All Access. I told you guys on last week's show that there's a 30-day free trial to sign up for, and now it's been bumped to 60. So look at that. So I really do love the streaming services and the networks and stuff doing a lot of free, free trials, free previews. The WWE Network is doing something free. HBO is airing free content. We just talked about Quibi doing 90 days. Now CBS All Access is doing 60 days. Very cool stuff, man. So sign up and enjoy it. We have the trailer for Thanks a Million, which is a new Jennifer Lopez charitable show that is on Quibi. Look at that. You can start watching that right now. Christoph. See, I'm thinking of Christoph Waltz still from that Quibi show. Christopher Maloney is set to reprise his role as Elliot Stabler in an upcoming SVU spinoff. So welcome back, my friend. HBO's I Know This Much Is True, starring Mark Ruffalo, has been delayed until May. That's right, May 10th is when that will debut. It was supposed to come out later this month, but they pushed it back like everything else. Hulu has renewed Shrill for a third season. I've been wanting to watch that show. I just have not had a chance yet. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered has launched on PS4. I actually bought this, and I really, really like it. I don't even play the campaigns on Call of Duty, but I love Modern Warfare 2 so much that I was like, you know what? It was $20. I got a lot more time on my hands. Let me play some Call of Duty 2 Campaign, and I'm having a blast with it, and it looks beautiful. So, very cool game release there that we had no idea about. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson reveals production on Black Adam could be delayed depending on how long we are all in quarantine and locked up in our houses. It might definitely push production back. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it will not affect it. Netflix's Resident Evil series has been put on hold, and Monster Hunter has been completed. That's right. So the Monster Hunter movie should still be coming out later in the year, but the Resident Evil series is on hold. The Avengers cinematographer has been tapped for the third Spider-Man movie that they're getting ready to start doing. Warner Brothers will be releasing Birds of Prey on Blu-ray on May 12th. May 12th, man. That thing is still over a month away, and it's been on digital for weeks now. I bought that movie two weeks ago. So, craziness once again, why you wouldn't do digital, I just don't understand. Gerard Butler tries to save his family from a comet in the new Greenland trailer. I really, really like this trailer, by the way. I love this trailer. I love post-apocalyptic kind of movies. I love disaster movies. So, yeah, looking forward to Greenland. I wish they would name this thing something different, but hey, it's a cool trailer. We also have the trailer for To the Stars, starring Malin Ackerman. We said goodbye to Hawaii Five-0 this past Friday. That's right, after 10 seasons, the series finale aired, and it definitely brought my tears forward. I've been invested in that show for 10 damn years, so when everybody said goodbye at the end, I was like, oh, goodbye McGarrett, goodbye Dano. But it was really good, so definitely check out the finale for Hawaii Five-0. The CW has set their summer premiere dates, including Burden of Truth Season 3 and a bunch others, so you can check that out. Remember, all our news is posted on our social media, our Twitter, our Facebook, so make sure you follow. So if I read any news headline or any update that you want to know more about that I don't get into more detail, you know where to go for that. So to read that full schedule, check out our social media there. We have the new trailer for Bad Education, which is coming to HBO on Saturday, April 25th. Looking forward to that one with Hugh Jackman. Sorry, give me just a sec. Mortal Kombat Legends, Scorpion's Revenge. Yes, the Blu-ray is coming for that, so just patience, young Padawans. That is coming very soon. I know a lot of people excited for the Mortal Kombat Legends, Scorpion's Revenge animated movie. Showtime has updated their schedules for Black Monday and Billions. That's right. So once again, these seasons were set to begin, but they are not finished seasons. So Showtime has made the decision to bring them out, but they're going to split the seasons in half. So I believe they're going to air 6 episodes, and then they're going to pause until production can resume and they can finish the seasons, and then they'll put out the rest of the episodes. So that's a bummer, man. It's crazy. I thought I could have sworn shows were in production and filming so much further in advance from their air date. So it's just crazy to me how many things are having to be pushed back due to non-completion. So it is just mind-boggling to me. American Dad. Yes, American Dad is returning with a new season for season 15 anniversary. That's right. So get ready for American Dad. We have the trailer for Here We Are, starring Meryl Streep, who narrates Apple TV Plus's new animated short film. J.J. Villard's Fairy Tales trailer has come out. It's a twisted take on the Brothers Grimm stories. Savannah Smith has joined HBO Max's Gossip Girl series reboot. Universal Pictures has redated a couple of their movies. So these were movies we've talked about that have been pushed back already, right? Like Minions, the new Minions movie, The Rise of Gru, and then Sing 2. So check it out. Minions, The Rise of Gru, which was originally set to release on July 3rd. The Rise of Gru will now release on July 2nd, 2021. Once again, being pushed back a whole goddamn year. Why? So fucking stupid. Once again. And then Sing 2, which was originally set to debut on, let's see. So July 2nd, 2021, that Minions is coming out on, was the original date for Sing 2, and now Sing 2 will open on December 22nd, 2021. So another, 6 months back. So there you go. And then they have Wicked, which of course has been a musical they've been trying to film for years, has been completely removed from its schedule. So no word on why or what for that. But yes, once again, a movie that was supposed to come out in just a couple months has been pushed back a whole goddamn year. I don't understand it, Universal. I don't know why you guys feel the need to do that. And guess what? This is not the last time you'll hear me vent about this. We have the April 2020 free games that are coming to PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live. Shazam 2 is reportedly set to film later this year. I'm looking so forward to Shazam 2. Empire's final season is going to end early with the series finale to air this month in April. And it's not the original series finale that you thought you were going to get. Fox, once again, just wants to get this damn show done and out. So they're just going to, that's the finale. We're done. Black Widow has had a composer shift. That's right. Lauren Balfe replaces Alexandra Desplat. So there you go, a whole new composer for Black Widow. So very interesting there. We have the trailer for Train to Busan 2 Peninsula. So you can check that out. I know a lot of people love Train to Busan, but I did not see that one when it came out. San Diego Comic-Con organizers still hopeful that the event will go off in July. So we'll see how that goes. Vancouver TV shows may have to start on their next seasons late. That's based on the current quarantine plan. So a lot of shows film in Vancouver, especially all the CW shows, especially the CW superhero shows. So that's going to put a big kink in there. The proper series finale for Empire was scrapped. So that's what I was trying to say earlier. The final season will end this month without its proper series finale. The second half of Rick and Morty's fourth season finally has its release date, and it will be out in May. We have everything coming and going to Hulu this month. SXSW, South by Southwest, is partnering with Amazon to stream films from the canceled fest. I love that. I love that so much. I think that is such a cool idea. They should do that all the time. TNT's Snowpiercer series premiere has had its launch date moved up. That's right. It will now launch on Sunday, May 17th. So there you go. It was originally going to come out this summer, but now it'll be out on May 17th. The game The Last of Us Part 2 has been delayed indefinitely. Once again, just something that should have already been out is now delayed indefinitely. So we'll keep waiting on that game. Joby Harold has been tapped as the new writer for Disney Plus's Obi-Wan Kenobi series. AMC announces Nosferatu Season 2. That's right, and we got some first look photos there. Will Smith is set to host a new stand-up comedy series for Quibi. That's right, it's going to be called The Joker. So The Joker is coming for you. Uncut Gems coming to Netflix in May. So love that movie, so check it out on Netflix if you haven't seen it yet. Nicole Kidman set to star in and produce Amazon's Pretty Things. Paramount Pictures setting some new release dates for Top Gun Maverick, A Quiet Place 2, and SpongeBob. So you ready to get into it? Let's see how we're landing here. So, according to Deadline, Paramount Pictures has adjusted the release dates for Tom Cruise's Top Gun Maverick, the SpongeBob movie Sponge on the Run, and A Quiet Place Part 2. Top Gun Maverick will now release on December 23rd. Remember, the movie was originally supposed to come out on June 24th. I think they should have just left it there because I think theaters should be back open by June. But they're going to go ahead and push it all the way back to December. So, you know what, though? Overall, I'm not too mad about it. It's still this year, and I think December could be a great release date for Top Gun. The downside is that Chris Pratt has a new movie, his sci-fi space movie, The Tomorrow War, was supposed to come out on December 23rd, and now that's been pushed to an unset release date. So see the domino chain? I hate it. The SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run, will now debut on July 31st instead of May 22nd. So see, look how smart that is. It went from May to July. 2 months. Perfect. Good job, guys. That's how you're supposed to do it. And A Quiet Place Part 2 will debut on September 4th. You know what? I don't mind that. September could be a great date for it. That just went from March to September. Not too shabby. Why do these other studios feel the need to go back a year? I don't understand. But we'll get back into that more as we go. So there's the updated release dates there from Paramount for those big tentpoles. Scarlett Johansson reveals that Black Widow is a family drama movie. DC Universe's Stargirl will feature Green Lantern and a different Flash. That's right. They're going to set to feature the original Green Lantern, Alan Scott, along with the Jay Garrick Flash. Now, are we going to get the Jay from our Flash show that we know and love, or are they going to go a different route? We'll have to wait and see. Watchmen's Stephen Williams is set to helm Don't Go in the Water for Universal Pictures. Andrew Lloyd Webber musicals are set to stream on YouTube for free. Jason Bateman explains his Clue departure. That's right, Jason Bateman had to leave directing and starring in the Clue movie with Ryan Reynolds. Basically, long story short, it conflicted with his Ozark schedule, so he had to leave due to that. So he said, if the project's still around after I'm done with Ozark, then I'd love to do it. So nothing negative, just a true scheduling conflict. We have a short form film, new horror short from David F. Sandberg, who loves doing these little things. It's called Shadowed, so check that out if you're interested. HBO is set to stream The Sopranos, The Wire, True Blood, and a bunch more for free. This kind of goes along with what I was talking about earlier today. Shazam 2 director is working on a script, but says he expects filming to be delayed due to everything, so that sucks. So hopefully it won't be delayed too long, and they'll be able to get going on the same for the end of the year. The CW's upcoming Superman and Lois show has cast Dylan Walsh as Lois's father, General Lane. We have a pretty cool article up talking about season finale shakeups, new end dates for One Chicago, SVU, Grey's Anatomy, and a bunch more. You can see when all your shows are going to have their finales. The writing duo of The Office is developing a new workplace sitcom inspired by the coronavirus crisis. I knew it was only a matter of time before we got our Office sitcom out of this. Let's see here. Oh, so here we go. One of the other ones that peed me off when it came to release dates. Supposed to come out this summer, this July. The Rock's new movie, Jungle Cruise, right? Disney's Jungle Cruise with him and Emily Blunt was coming out in July. I don't even think a movie in July needs to move at this point. I really, really don't. But they did. Did they push it back a couple months? No. Did they push it back 6 months? No. Did they push it back 8 months? No. Nope, they pushed it back a whole goddamn year once again. Jungle Cruise will now officially come out on July 30th, 2021. So, man, I can't believe that next summer is going to just be stacked with all the summer movies from this summer. Come on, guys. What in the hell? I don't understand these pushes. And The Rock did his best to come out on social media and say, oh, we thought really long and hard about this, and, you know, and just we wanted to wait till Disneyland was back open and thriving and blah, 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 blah. It's a movie. We didn't need Disneyland to be open for it, okay? It's a movie. It was coming out in July. You could have left the release date alone. You could have even bumped it into August just to give yourself an extra month. A whole year? Come on, guys. This is so stupid. This is why I want to get, this is why I want to get the guys together and do an Am I Still in the Air? Just about these release dates that they're pushing things back to, man. It is just super frustrating. Ant-Man 3 has landed Rick and Morty scribe to pen the script. That's right. Jeff Loveness has been tapped to write the next movie for Ant-Man, which I love, and that's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Disney release dates. Oh, Lord, here we go again. Here we go again. Number one, let's talk about some other Disney stuff before we get to the Marvel stuff. Originally set to debut just a couple weeks ago in March was Mulan. The film is actually going to make its debut now on July 24th. Look at that. A movie is being dated to July 24th, which I believe is when Jungle Cruise was going to come out. So they pushed Jungle Cruise back a damn year to then put a movie in it from March? Jesus. Okay, I don't want to get riled up again. But yes, that's what's happening right now. We already talked about Jungle Cruise getting pushed back from Disney to July 30th, 2021, and they've also moved Ryan Reynolds' upcoming movie Free Guy, which I'm looking really forward to, and was hoping this one would stick still in the summer, but it's not. It's been moved from July 3rd to December 11th. Once again, I'm glad it's still this year, but why? Once again, it was coming out in July. Why are we pushing all the way to December? Okay. I don't get it. It's stupid. But, so now we've got a new date for Black Widow. Black Widow was supposed to come out in May. It was supposed to be the summer kickoff movie. That's not happening anymore. But now Black Widow is going to be released on November 6th. Do I like that date? No, I don't. Once again, I think it's too far back. What I was afraid of is exactly what's happening. They basically have moved it all the way to the Eternals date. So therefore now the Eternals can't come out, and that's been pushed to February of 2021. And then, what was going to come out in February? It was Shang-Chi, which now gets bumped all the way to May. And then what was coming out in May? Doctor Strange. And now Doctor Strange has been bumped all the way to November 5th. And then what was going to come out in November 5th? Thor, Love and Thunder. And then now that's pushed all the way to February of 2022. And then what was going to come out in February 2022? Black Panther. And now Black Panther is pushed back. And then what was going to come after that? Captain Marvel. And then Captain Marvel 2 is now pushed back. I mean, we literally just had a domino effect that went from May of 2020 to now May 8th of 2022, all because of one movie being shifted. Black Widow should have came out in September. Plain and simple. It should have came out in August or September, and you could have left Eternals alone in November, but instead, everything's being shifted now, and it sucks. I can't believe we're having such a big domino effect over Black Widow. It's nuts. So once again, let me slow down and break it down, because I did go through that really quick in my frustration. Black Widow will now come out November 6, 2020. The Eternals will now come out February 12th, 2021. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings will now show up on May 7th, 2021. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness has been moved to November 5th, 2021. Thor, Love and Thunder will now come out February 18th, 2022. Captain Marvel 2 will now come out July 8th, 2022. And Ryan Coogler's Black Panther 2 will still retain its May 8th, 2022 release date. There you go. That's what's happening. Now, another Disney movie that was supposed to come out in August is now not going to hit theaters at all. It's Kenneth Branagh's upcoming film, Artemis Fowl. Artemis Fowl is actually going to skip the theaters now and go straight to Disney+. I think this is a smart move. Artemis Fowl looks dumb, and I just saw it being a big box office failure. Honestly, I don't think there was anybody that said, wow, that movie looks really cool. The first trailer was horrible. I'd say the second trailer was a big step up, but still didn't look all that great. Nobody was going to go watch this movie. So you know what? They just saved themselves a lot of pain and just said, you know what? We'll put it straight to streaming, and everybody will have a good old time with it for free. So Artemis Fowl going straight to Disney+. Although we don't have a date for it yet, it's not coming out on the same date anymore. It'll probably be pushed back, but yes, it will go straight to streaming. James Mangold is still negotiating for Indiana Jones 5, so that's still working on that deal. Universal Pictures has pushed Candyman release date back to September, so once again, I can understand that. It went from June to September. Not too shabby. Thank you, Candyman. Jennifer Lopez's Hustlers is now streaming on Amazon Prime. By the way, it's a great movie. Watch it. That's the right I'm telling you about that. Another movie being pushed back is the long-delayed Indiana Jones 5. It's now being pushed back to July 2022. How many people are going to start betting that Harrison Ford's going to die before they make Indiana Jones 5? Because, I mean, this movie was supposed to come out in like 2018, then it was 2019, then it was 2020, then it was 2021. Now it's 2022? Harrison Ford is like 96 years old, and he's going to be like, hey, I'm Indiana Jones, here I come with my whip. I mean, come on, dude, they're going to have to CGI his entire bottom half to do a movie. It's just insane. So we'll see if we ever get there, but it's starting to look at least less and less likely at this point. Netflix has renewed Castlevania for season 4, so congratulations. Deputy has been canceled over on Fox after just one season. Lights Out with David Spade has also been canceled at Comedy Central, even though they are shopping it around to other networks. Black Spot's final season gets an April premiere date and will be shown on Thursdays going forward. Ellen DeGeneres and Wendy Williams have are going to follow their fellow daytime talk shows The View, Tamron Hall, Live with Kelly and Ryan, and The Talk, with returning to the air with their host and crews working remotely. Let's see here. We talked about all these pushbacks. Netflix is supposedly adding a new Tiger King episode later this week or early next week, so that'll be interesting. I can't wait to get me another Tiger King episode. I told you Hawaii Five-0 ended this past Friday, and it saw its 27-month audience high with that series finale, so big ratings for the finale. Let's see here. Bad Boys for Life, Sonic, and Rise of Skywalker are among the top across all platforms for VOD sales right now. Tiger King follow-up series is in development over at Investigation Discovery. Another show that's been pushed back is FXX's show Archer. That's right, Archer season 11 has been bumped. Bump it up. So, yes, it is, once again, the pandemic keeps stopping even animated shows, so that has been delayed and pushed. Chosen Ones is Picture Start Films is developing a film adaptation of the new book from the Divergent author. Stars has officially greenlit a new Black Mafia family from 50 Cent. It's a new show that he pitched to them. Keira Knightley and Gugu Mbatha-Raw, their new movie Misbehavior is releasing early on digital. Fleabag Live theater performance is set to stream on Amazon Prime. Director Cary Fukunaga says that No Time to Die is great as it is and it doesn't need any polish. Lauren Cohen is returning for The Walking Dead Season 10 finale. All Rise, which is one of the new shows. I know my boy JV Lewis watches this. They're going to shoot a pandemic episode using FaceTime, Zoom, and the whole cast will record footage from inside their homes. So very interesting, man. They're going to try to make it work. They're going to try to do something special, and I can dig it. Fox's Duncanville has been renewed for season 2. I didn't even hear of season 1, by the way. So, ABC, CBS, and NBC are joining forces for a new star-studded One World Coronavirus fundraiser, which I love. I love seeing all these companies get together. And Nick Cannon is getting his own talk show. That's right. Why not, right? Nick Cannon wants to do everything. It'll air on local networks. It's done through Fox, but it will also air on CBS, Sinclair, Nexstar, and a bunch of other, Cox and CW Plus, a bunch of other networks that they're being issued it out to. So yeah, daytime talk show, man, gets fall debut. So congratulations there to Nick Cannon. And on that note, my friends, we're done. And I can't believe that the show went 45 minutes. I think I just went too long about Quibi. So that's probably why we ran over. But you know what? I don't mind. And I hope you all don't mind, right? Long content is good to help keep passing that time. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Once again, there's no box office report just because box office is closed, ladies and gentlemen. So there you go. Check out Vudu every Tuesday to see all the new releases. Things that you can rent, things that you can buy, things you can even stream for free. And this Friday, actually, since the movie theaters are closed, remember Trolls 2, Trolls World Tour, is going to be one of those day one movies that you can rent at home for $19.99 and actually see the movie the same day it was going to hit theaters. So my daughter's super stoked to see Trolls, so I'll be forking over another $20 to see Trolls on Friday. But I hope you guys enjoyed the show. That'll do it for me. Thank you so much. Let's do some plugs. amiontheair.com is our official webpage. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/amiontheair. Follow us on Twitter at amiontheair. You can follow me on Twitter at dxdonmega. You can subscribe to us on Apple Podcast. If Apple is not your thing, don't you worry. You can get us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Stitcher, TuneIn, Quibi. No, not on Quibi, sorry. I was just playing. Everything's Quibi these days. Quick Bites. Google Play, Podchaser. We're available on all the different podcast platforms. Just search Am I on the Air. We're available on YouTube. We're available on Instagram. Just once again search Am I on the Air. And of course our great affiliates at reddragonsradio.com. Follow on Twitter at reddragonsradio with an S there to check out all the cool podcasts that are available. So thank you everybody for tuning in on this Monday, April the 6th for some quick bites, even though this was a longer episode than normal. But I appreciate you, man, and we got through it, and we'll see what next week brings. So continue to be safe. Don't go out unless you have to. You know, like I said, make quick runs, get back in your house, and keep your family and your friends and everybody safe. Stay healthy, and hopefully we'll all see each other on the other side of this. So take care of yourselves and each other, and until next time, y'all, peace!
Bye, everybody! Red Dragons! Red Dragons!